Welcome everybody to Boston Ventures. Today I've got a very exciting video for you. We are at Chique, one of the only 2 restaurants in the Riviera Maya to receive a Michelin star. We're going to be going over everything, the experience, the food, and what it's like to dine in a Michelin restaurant in Mexico. So follow me through that experience. So just some things before we start into this video. The price per person is 3,000 pesos per person, which will be about $165. Now this is just a pure food. It is located in the hotel called Azul Beach, which is in Puerto Morelos. It's only open from 6 p.m. That's the first service, and 9 p.m. is going to be the last service. Now the restaurant's open actually after that, but the reason is because the whole meal actually does last around 3 hours to 3 hours and a half. So we got the first one, which is kind of like an orange. And it's got the, they call it, ¿cómo se llama este? La sal de gusano. But in inglés, it's like worm salt, I guess. It's a little bit different, so we're getting a little close up of what it looks like and getting a little taste. It's really good. Like the mezcal is super smooth. Like now the other one, sometimes you try it and you can feel like going all the way down your throat, but this one definitely feels super smooth. It's kind of like a little gummy texture. I really don't know how they do that. It's a little bit like gummy, but it's pretty good. They say the mezcal, they only make it for this specific restaurant. So now here the waiter was explaining to us as far as the wine. So you can select your kind of wine that you want, and they say this one goes specifically with the restaurant's food and all the times and all that. And then you've got your other ones, for example, like if you want to choose different kinds of regions and all that, like a specific wine, then you can do that. You got like your sparkling wine, your white wine, your pink wine, all the different kinds of wine. You can select it all here and as well take a look exactly what you want and all the information, which is pretty cool. I definitely never gotten one of these to order wine before. All right, so we're gonna go with the first one, which is the margarita, and it's wrapped in gold. So we're gonna take a look at it. It's supposed to be chocolate. Let's go ahead and taste it. Cuando lo comes explota, así. Pruébalo, no tiene mucho alcohol realmente. It's like you can feel the paper, the chocolate, and the explosion of citrus once you. But I mean, it's like the second that you bite it, it explodes. But a very nice explosion. The second one's supposed to be deer with a tartar. Deer with a tartar. So we'll show you what that looks like close up. It's got like plants on the top. Está bien bonito, como que tiene plantas. ¿No quieres probar conmigo? Hay que probarlo juntos. All right. It's like salty, a little bit crunchy. El guacamole, with the guacamole in there, you can taste it a little bit when it's smoked. So it tastes like smoked. But it's weird, no sabe bien raro que como que todos los sabores saben de different, así. It's so weird that it doesn't taste everything at the same time. Like first you get the guacamole, and then you get the deer, and then you get the smoked. I don't know, it's the first time that I've been to any one of these restaurants, but it's really weird that you get all these flavors. So the egg is kind of squishy. So I'll show you guys like that. It's got dirt on the top. ¿Viste? ¿Lo quieres probar? This is a weird flavor. I wouldn't say if I'm a fan of it, but it's very strong. O sea, sabe muy fuerte, ¿no? Muy fuerte. Igual como que tenemos que tener la boca cerrada, ¿no? Como que sí explota así. All these things kind of like pop. So you gotta keep your mouth very close. Yeah, like if it was a bubble gum. And then we got the final one, the la ensalada, which he said was the most, apparently it was made in Mexico. So we'll get the book out. We showed you how, it's an actual book. O sea, sí es un libro literal que tiene cosas. Y pues vamos a probarlo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what it's got.
creo que dijo pollo afuera, so it's got chicken, and then the Caesar salad on the inside. So let's go ahead and taste it. ¿Cómo a qué huele? Como a queso más o menos. ¿Pollo? Es como queso y pollo. It's like cheese and chicken at the same time. Pero sabe diferente que una ensalada César, ¿no? ¿Sí te gustó? It tastes a bit different than your regular Caesar salad. A little bit saltier, I would say, because of the cheese and the chicken. But very good. Ok, a ver, entonces la primera. This is kind of like what it looks like close up. Let's give it a try. Sí se deshace. It disintegrates in your mouth. Es así, dulce y salado. It's like creamy and sweet and salty at the same time with a perfect combination. Oh, wow. That was really good. Now the next plate is coming, but just something interesting. They gave us this sort of plate that has water inside of it. I'm not sure how they made it, but really interesting plate. So basically like a bunch of fruits. Wow. All mashed up. Like that. With chili as well. No sé. It's like, they're like little balls. Son como pequeñas bolitas de fruta, ¿no? Like little balls of fruit. Watermelon, jicama, strawberry. Pero sabe como que diferente, ¿verdad? O como que tiene una textura rara. It's like a weird texture, yeah. Like a salty. Salty and sweet at the same time. And then you actually eat this at the end, which is supposed to restart your, forgot how to say it in English. The taste, your mouth. Con florecitas. ¿Sabe rico? ¿Te las comiste, esas flores? You got different tastes. It's like a weird jello. A little more acidic. So for the next one, we got something very interesting. This is a sort of bread with a kind of sauce on the side, with chile de árbol sauce on the side. And on the inside, you'll find something very unique, that it is the eggs of the ants. So we are gonna take a look at how that all evolves. So he suggests you grab the bread, dip it in a little bit of the sauce, and then eat it. Ooh. And then it's got this earthy powder on the top. Batir así, y luego te lo comes. You get again an explosion of very different flavors. The chili at first, como el chile al principio, ¿no? And then the bread. ¿Cuáles son los huevos, dices? ¿Esos son los huevitos? And then the thing that looks like corn is actually the egg. It's got, como que sabe, es como un sabor, no sé explicarlo, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a, yeah, kind of like a hard-boiled egg. Like when you exhale inside your mouth, I don't know, it's so weird. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite flavor. It's not bad, it's just weird and different. It's got like wild plants on the top. It's got a very earthy flavor. Pero sí me gustó, pero está como extraño el sabor, ¿no? And then at the end you grab your spoon. Está picante si te lo comes solito. This is spicy if you eat it by itself. God. Wow, but the flavors are just like if they injected hormones in there and it just elevated it by 1,000.
And now we come to one of the most interesting parts of the night, which is the sea part. And as you guys can see here, they start with some liquid nitrogen, which just fills up the table with smoke. But not only that, they do this in a seaweed sort of plate. So whenever you're eating this, it smells like seaweed. So it literally smells like if you're in the ocean while you're eating these ocean things. Now, the first thing that we got here was the oysters, and I've never tried them before in my life. And to tell you the truth, they weren't my favorite. They really just tasted, I mean, it was just watery, but the taste was basically like if you were eating seaweed. But yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but I mean, I guess some people would like it. Really not the best thing ever. But now let's move on to the next thing.
All right, so this is the second one, and you eat it with a spoon. So this has castacan, which is a very popular Mexican meat platter. I'll show you guys what it looks like up close. So let's see what it tastes. Es como castacan with avocado. It kind of tastes like beans. Once you go to the middle, it kind of tastes like ceviche. So just like fish with lime, but with this other, because it's got sort of like chilies on the top. Oh, it's a little bit spicy. A little bit spicy. It was good. I've never had those flavors in my life. Again, it's like a ceviche with beans and chili. It's salty, citricy, kind of like that. This is supposed to be like the king crab. I'll show you the size of this thing. I mean, look at that. It is huge. And you get this little king crab things, and you put this salsa that comes in this tube. Crazy. It comes like in an actual, what the hell? How do they even, I mean, this is definitely one per serving. Well, it's raro. Like a gooey flavor, gooey feeling. ¿Está listo? It said 1 to 2 bites. I guess 1 bite. A little bit like crab. ¿Qué tiene como? Guacamole. It's like crab with guacamole, and it's got these little balls that pop in your mouth. We got these ones that I have. La otra, no? I have no clue how they made these, but this is actually made out of a salsa, and somehow they make it so that it's crunchy. It's made out of a sauce, but then it comes out hard and crunchy. A ver. Like lime flavor, crunchy, crujiente. It was good. It's like a limón. Next we got this that comes in a tower. Looks like a chicharrón, so...
Hamachi.
Hamachi. Así es como se llama, hamachi. Pero parece como chicharrón, ¿no? All right. ¿De una? It's crunchy like a pig skin on the outside. But then it's got fish-like flavor, but not like full-on fish-on flavor. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, let's go with the last one, which is a spoon with caviar. I'll show you how it comes in like this. And then you gotta gently take the spoon out. Yeah, I think it's the first time I'm gonna try caviar. So it looks like a little spoon with caviar on the top. All in all. Let's go. It exploded in the middle. Yeah, kind of like a cheese. It exploded like poof in your mouth. And then when that exploded, it was like all that, like if you were eating like one of those old cheeses. I always tell my mom that the old cheese is like if you're smelling, you know, like the old sock that comes out. I never like that. So the next plate that we have is supposed to be an aguachile, which el aguachile is como un ceviche más o menos, ¿no? Kind of like a ceviche, which is tuna, a little citrusy. So we're gonna see how it tastes. ¿Sabe mejor con esto o sin esto?
Pues yo me la comí porque me gustó la textura.
Está como bien frío, ¿no? It comes out super cold. The tuna just melts in your mouth, like, oh, wow. Se derrite así. Like if it was butter. Holy, I've never had tuna like this before. Especially this, that it looks like it's raw. I mean, this just tastes like a normal tostada, but pretty. Tastes like a lot like lime and super cold. I still have no clue how that tuna just melted in your mouth. So for the next one, we got something that comes from the chicken, and it comes in this sort of wand that I showed you there. It is very, very unique, and this paper, they also make it from this sort of, I'll show you right here, from this sort of seed as well. I have no clue how they make paper. And the other juice that we had was beets. ¿Ese de qué era? Beets, Jamaica, and albahaca, yeah. So, a ver, hay que agarrar esta. Agarra tu tortilla. ¿Es la tuya? ¿Quieres que te la den tu mano? No te iba a dar la mía que estaba toda manoseada. ¿O querías la mía que estaba toda manoseada? So you get this handmade tortilla. Oh, esta cosa está negro, 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 negro. And apparently you grab it like this. You put it. La aplastas. You squeeze it. And it comes out. Just like. Te voy a chacalear, eh? Te voy a chacalear. Sa, sa. Okay, and then you get this. Whew, that is black as it gets. Okay. The texture is weird. It's kind of like if you were eating liver. A little bit like a fat. It's a little fatty. Not spicy or anything. Not salty. It's kind of like if you were eating fat. And it also tastes like a little bit of the pig's fat, like when you eat the skin. So for this next part, you are going to be able to eat steak. They let you choose from the German knives or the French knives. So we're going to go with the German one. Grab this white one right here. Gusto. So we got the final of the night. Now they say that this is cow's tongue, sorry. Si la lengua de la vaca, cow's tongue. Then what looks like mashed potatoes is not mashed potatoes, it's a potato but from the banana, que es el plátano macho, ¿verdad? And then you got another one that looks like an onion, but it's not onion, it's the potato. And then it's the cauliflower puree. Yeah, with, wow. So let's take a look. And something very interesting, ¿te doy la tuya? Pasa la tuya. Órale, ¿qué onda? Así está la planta ahí. The last one, this is a very interesting tortilla. It's a blue tortilla, but it's got, yes, a leaf embedded in it. I have no clue. ¿Cómo le hicieron a esto? Ala. I mean, it's literally like it's embedded. Ooh, y sí huele. And it smells kind of like, sí, como anís. Así huele. Wow, very interesting. So you're supposed to make your taco from this. So we're gonna put it right here. And it's got mole, which mole comes from, it's actually made with cacao. So a cow's tongue, it said it was cooked for 72 hours. Agarramos un poco de esto igual. Un poco de lo que parece cebolla, pero no es cebolla. ¿Qué? Mira cómo le hicieron. And it even has the texture of an onion, but it's not onion. Wow. ¿Cómo le hicieron así? Right? Así le hicieron. Ok. ¿Lista? Wow. Está súper suave la lengua. I mean, that is so soft. It is unbelievably soft. Wow. It doesn't have a different taste because it's like the tongue, but it's just, I mean, it's good taste. But wow, that is incredibly soft. And then as you keep biting down the taco and you get the other flavors, wow. El plátano sí sabe bueno. The banana puree tastes really good. I think this was definitely the best one. La lengua, look how it looks like from that up close. La lengua se ve toda rara, no? It kind of tastes like Wagyu meat. When you got the fat in between, the layers of fat in between the meat. The banana one is amazing. It tastes like banana puree, but like, again, the flavors just multiplied by a million. Wow. That was definitely the best plate of the night. Now we're gonna move on to the last thing, the desserts. So this one's got a bunch of things. This one's got jello, this one's got yogurt. It is one of the first desserts. It smells really como a queso, no? It kind of smells like cheese. You get this, this maple leaf cocada. Tastes good. It's kind of like yogurt. Yogurt and jello. Wow. That is super good. Está buenísimo. Kind of like, it's like acidic-y, yogurty. And then at the middle, it's super cold. En el medio sabe como más frío y cremoso. Creamy. Wow. That is really, really good. Kind of like a Greek yogurt, but with a million flavors in it. That is really good. So the next one, we got something very typical from the region, which is called the marquesita. This is its own take on it. On the inside, we've got cheese ice cream, and then we've got truffle on the outside, which I've never tried, so we'll take a look at how it tastes. Entonces vamos a probarlo. It comes in su cosita bien tierna. ¿Te vas a robar esto? Sí. Este no te lo puedes robar. Y si huele como a tierra. Sí. It smells like earth, literally como champiñones, ¿no? I don't like mushrooms. Vamos a comerlo. It tastes like caramel with salty, with cheese, with truffle, all that, ¿verdad? A la misma vez.
Delicioso.
Wow, that was really good. Literally, the cheese with a little bit of caramel, salty, and then the truffle, all in that order. Like the notes go up. That was my first time having truffle. So the next one that we got is a honey type dessert, and it seems like it's got like the bee panel basically in it, and the honey is actually from a bee that is specifically to the region here in Yucatan. Entonces, a ver, agarra el tuyo. You grab it. It's got flowers and a bunch of stuff in it. We'll tell you what it tastes like. Can you eat that? No, I guess that's not edible. No. And then you grab this. That's fake. Te lo pongo. A ver. The honey really smells. Like, I mean, it's really, really. ¿Quieres más? ¿Así está bien? So we'll give you a close-up look of what that looks like. Y a ver, hay que probarlo. A ver. It's like a fluffy honey and the top part crunchy. Really good. It's kind of like, there's really not that many flavors per se, but everything's like honey. So you get like crunchy honeys, the honey from the top, and the honey in the middle. So like different types of honey at the same time. Really good as well. So this is a chocolate in different kinds of chocolate. One's got chocolate with nitrogen, then you got white chocolate, and then you got those little like pop rocks. When you eat it, it explodes. So different kinds of chocolate. ¿Y esto crees que sí sea oro? Mira, las plantitas de oro. And then with little gold flakes there as well. Really interesting. So they suggest to pop it like this. Boom. You break it, and then you taste the inside. A ver. Como que lo rompes. Show you kind of what it looks like on the inside there. Sí. Y lo va a ver como que pruebas lo de adentro. Everything is edible, obviously, except the plate. ¿A qué sabe? Bueno.
Chocolate amargo, chocolate dulce.
Por eso el chocolate amargo sabe diferente, ¿no? It's kind of like bitter chocolate and sweet chocolate at the same time. But that bitter has got some weird notes to it, but it's really good. So it's kind of like this mix of white and tasty outside. They're like crunchy. ¡Cómete esas! Mira lo que hacen en tu boca, cómetelas. Prueba esto. Yeah, they're like pop rocks. They kind of like explode in your mouth, but they taste. Oh my god, that is really cool. Wow, that is good.
Now the final thing that they give you is a bunch of chocolates with different tastes, textures. Not really going to talk about them that much because they didn't make them. It's a special chocolate company that sends it to them. They were pretty good, different taste, but really nothing special. And now moving on to the final thing, the kitchen and my general thoughts. So the most impressive thing about this kitchen is definitely how clean it is. I mean, it was immaculate, the cleanest thing I've ever seen. And also there's 27 people working in here. I mean, I was like, wow, there is a lot of people working in here. It just looks like an orchestra. Like, I mean, everything moving at the synchrony of the chef. And I mean, it was honestly amazing. And they also told me that most of the people that work there are interns. So they actually just give them like a place to stay, some food, and obviously they get to work in a restaurant with a Michelin star and a bunch of other awards. And overall, the service was amazing from the start, where the hostess greets you at the front of the hotel, the waiters, the manager, everything was spot on, and the service was immaculate. The food was really, really good. Would I recommend this? Yes or no? 1000% yes. This is worth your money. I mean, you go out of that place and you don't even feel like, oh, you know, I just spent $170 on dinner. No, like, I mean, you're like, wow, this was worth every penny. A lot of the times I was a little bit skeptical about those places. I was like, is it just a lot of money and just some fancy, weird looking dishes? But no, I assure you, it is definitely a place to go. If you are in the Riviera Maya, 100% recommend this place. If you guys have any questions that I can answer, let me know down below in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next one.